Aye, we're out again. Somewhere new today, up in the Kilpatrick hills, which is sort of north of Glasgow, out to the west. I parked the car in Dumbarton and I'm making my way up to the hills now, just through this little woodland. I'm out with the Taiji one today. Just a quick overnighter again. It's been a long week at work, so I've been looking forward to this one. It's been absolutely pouring rain all morning, but it's not so bad now. Hopefully it's going to be a bit drier, showers forecast, etc., but not too bad. I've made it out of the woods. Sort of picked up a dog walker's path, so it's easy going now. Pretty moody skies behind me there. The rain's on and off, but there's patches of blue sky kicking about. So yeah, good day to come out. Yeah, I want to talk about the Taiji one later on, once we get it pitched, and why I think it's going to be a better tent this winter for me than the brand new Durston Dome. Like I say, we'll talk about that when we get up there. This dog walker's path is now joining a bit of a better track now, and I'll be following this up onto the hills, where I think there's no path, but you never know. I've been walking across this moorland now, not too long, about half an hour or so. There's a big dip down there. I'm aiming for a house, an old ruin. I don't know if you can make it out kind of on the horizon there. I'll do a wee zoom into it now. But yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. It's a good wee tip if you're ever looking for somewhere to camp. Have a look on maps for old buildings. It's quite often flat ground round about there, so yeah, I'm going to keep going. I'm not too sure whether I'm going to make an effort to go down this bank, because it's very steep. I'll have a wee walk along. I'll maybe have to take the long way. I think I'll cross the gorge here. It's not as far down and it's not as steep. Made it down, across the burn, and just hugging onto this wee sheep path. Make it up the other side. It's not too bad actually. Oh, slippy. Hopefully you should be able to see the house on the horizon, a little dot on the horizon. Not too far to go now. Looks a lot further on the wide angle. It's probably about 400 metres or something. Give me a wee spin around. That's looking south over the Firth of Clyde. There's some rain coming in now, so let's keep going. Lads has made it to Auchenreach. I think it's an old farm. I've not looked into the history of it. I'll maybe do that when I get back. It's been a busy week. I've not had time to do any research, but yeah, made it no bother. Showers on and off, some of them quite heavy. I think I've got wet feet, so What I'm going to do is have a look and see where I'm going to pitch the tent, probably out to the front of the house. There's a nice bit of flat grass, but I'll show you that now. Anyway, let's crack on. Alright, so I think probably have a look at pitching the tent out here. You see, lovely flat bit of grass looking out over the top of Dumbarton, across the Firth of Clyde. Not a bad spot. That's the rain just on, halfway through putting the tent up. Luckily I got it this far. Aye, it's looking a bit grey over that way, but I think this is what the weather's going to be like the whole time. Just a mixture of sun and showers. At least it's not boring. That's the tent and everything pretty much set up. I've not blown up my mat or got my sleeping bag out yet, but everything's pretty much in ship shape. Looking forward to a beer. One more job to do first though. Need to go and find some water. There is a bird on the map not too far from the farmhouse. Sort of, you can see a line running down there. I think that's a bit of a burn. There was a burn there, but there's not enough water in it to fill up my water bladder, so I'm going to go back down to that sort of gully that I passed earlier on. I know there's running water there. Hopefully we won't have to go too far. Here we go, here's some fresh running water. Aye aye. Well, I've had a beer, quite happy, just listening to the football at the moment. Again, it's been sort of like a mixed bag of showers and sunshine, some blue skies, some dark clouds. Very nice. I've forgotten gloves like an idiot, so I've got cold hands whenever I try and do something outside. The temperature is dropping. Well, like I say, I am gonna get the chair away now, get into my bag, and have another couple of beers, get some dinner on, and I'll speak to you in a wee bit. Aye, so the thumbnail of this video makes the bold claim that I think the Taiji one is better than the new Durston X-Dome. I was saying that earlier on as well. Now that's a fairly bold claim, but obviously the Durston's going to be an absolutely superb tent. It's going to be fantastically made. But why it's not for me and why I won't be buying one this winter is on the Durston there's just far too much mesh and not enough solid on the inner. You can see here this tent is mainly solid. It's got the 4-season inner, which will protect me from the worst of the cold drafts and wind that we get here in Scotland. So yeah, obviously the Durston's going to be an absolute brilliant tent, but hopefully they'll be taking out a 4-season inner with more solid in it, because at the moment the inner that they're going to be putting with the X-Dome, the Durston X-Dome at the moment, just too much mesh, so too cold. So I won't be getting one. So that'll save me a bit of money for now. But I'm sure we'll be seeing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos on it. So I'll be interested to see those. Yeah, I should say as well, good morning. No long woken up. Once I had my dinner and a couple of beers and listened to a podcast, I was fast asleep. So there wasn't much tent chat, but it's about time I was getting up and about, so let's do that. And I'll speak to you outside. Cheers. It's a beautiful morning. Pretty hazy skies, but the sun's out. and it's looking pretty dry, so hopefully I'll be able to get the drone up in the air in a wee while. There's a bit of frost on the tent and on the grass, so it must have dropped below freezing overnight. I stayed pretty warm though. I've got my winter bag out. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to get a coffee on and have that, and then let's say maybe think about putting the drone up. I've pretty much got everything packed away into the bag. Before I go though, and before I take the tent down, I'm just going to swap out these bits of cord for some bungee. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off these ones. And then what I'm going to do is get some bungee cut to the same sort of length. Right, so I've got the bungee now. Taking this from home, I've burnt both ends. When I make the cut, I'll have to burn the ends as well. So there's one length, and I'm going to double this up. So we'll take that to 2, and then a wee bit for tying a knot. And then just the same length again. That's them cut to size. Right, we'll just burn the ends now. Hopefully this light is going to play ball. They should have cooled down now. I'm just going to get the first one through. And double it. Double it, and then tie a knot at the top. Bit fiddly. So that's the first one done. Turn that round there. And we'll just come back a wee bit here. Get the peg that was in the ground. I'll pull this out. Just peg it a bit. Okay, so there's a bit of give in that now, you see, whereas before there wasn't. So I've just got to do the second one now. Open this up a wee bit. Pop it in. Round again. Just tie a wee knot in the top. And we can just pop that on the same peg. Job done. And why I put like double loops on it is just so that you can lengthen the bungee, so that you've got a longer line. And we'll hook that onto the peg, and you've then got more clearance here for more ventilation. So aye, all good. Aye, so that's me off the muir now. Probably got about a half an hour walk back down to the car in Dumbarton. Good wee overnighter. You're still watching, thanks very much. Well done. I'll hopefully be out before too long. I'm looking to get the guy lines sorted out on that Taiji, using the extra wee tie clips. I've got some stuff on order, so I'm swapping out the guy lines and changing the setup slightly, so next time I'm out with it, hopefully I'll be able to show you those mods. But anyway, take care of each other and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers now.